Some people might say, well, isn't Russia overreacting? That ignores the reality that this is a conflict that was brought on solely by the actions of NATO. Vladimir Putin made an address to the Russian nation in which he announced partial mobilization. Marshal Shoigu, the defense minister, came on and explained that this would involve the mobilization of some 300,000 men, people who had previous service in the military. They would be brought back on active duty through a contracted basis, and they would be used to protect the borders of Russia and provide strategic depth to Russian military operations in support of the special military operation. At the same time, it appears that there will be referendums in not only the Donetsk People's Republic and Lugansk People's Republic, but also the territories of Ukraine that are currently occupied by the Russian military, territories that historically are part of what is known as Novaya Russia. What does all this mean? First and foremost, it means that there's been a fundamental change in the reality of the conflict in Ukraine, one that transitions away from the notion of a Russian special military operation against Ukraine and to a direct conflict between Russia and NATO. This is a fundamental change. Some people might say, well, isn't Russia overreacting? That ignores the reality that this is a conflict that was brought on solely by the actions of NATO. NATO's desire to expand up to the borders of Russia, NATO's desire to bring Ukraine into its ranks, NATO's use, or abuse, should I say, of the diplomatic Minsk Accords arrangement, not to try and find a solution to the problem of the conflict in Donbass, but rather to provide time for NATO to train a Ukrainian army that would be able to forcefully solve the Donbass problem to a manner that aligned with Ukrainian interests and not the interests of the people who resided in Donbass. This is a conflict brought on by NATO. It's now a conflict that will be solved by Russia.